To the team news, Roy Keane makes 3 changes to the Sunderland side, which drew at Derby County last week. Danny Collins comes in at left back, returning from his suspension. He replaces Danny Higginbottom. Grant Leadbitter is also given a recall, as is Anthony Stokes. He scored 2 for the reserves in the week and gets his chance. Andy Reid and Michael Chopra are the men who make way. Everton are without the suspended Lee Carsley, so David Moyes switches to a 4-4-2 formation. Tim Cahill will play as an orthodox midfielder, while Andy Johnson partners Yakubu in attack. Mikel Arteta starts for the first time since recovering from a niggling groin injury. Teenager Jack Rodwell is on the bench. Everton attacking from right to left in the first half. Alongside me is Gordon McQueen. Gordon, great atmosphere around this place today.
Yeah, well, it always is. It's a terrific stadium, one of the best stadiums you'll get in the Premier League, and it's a place that's been good to Sunderland this season. As you rightly say, Gary, if they're going to stay in this Premier League this season, it's going to be in the back of their form at home. On their travel has been very poor indeed, but this is an Everton side that, well, ambitions are getting to 4th in the league, Champions League spot, and a side ram-jam full of goals. You look up front, Yakubu, Andy Johnson, goals from the middle of the park, and Cahill. And of course at the back with Lescott, who's a terrific scoring form this season for a defender.
Phil Bardsley has made a break forward down this near side. Nosworthy with some green grass to gallop into. Bardsley. I think he thought either Leadbitter or Stokes had made the run into that position. Neither did. Phil Bardsley, a player who of course came through the ranks at Manchester United, one of the unusual players that came through right from the start of the academy level, joined him at the age of 8. He used to go to the cliff and watch Manchester United train, used to peer over the wall.
It's been a very cagey start with these two sides, neither of them knocking the ball about particularly well. Both hard working sides. You'd expect that, any side of Roy Keane's and Davy Moyes. They won't have players that don't put in a shift. Very demanding managers. They're just cancelling one another out.
Stokes with the push back into a little bit of trouble there. Sunderland survived though. Bardsley's ball forward, just ricocheted off Peanut. Johnson rising. Nosworthy coming away with the ball. Now, what options do they have here? Richardson is bursting through the middle. Murphy's out on that far side. This is Kieran Richardson. Just couldn't pull it down though, and Yobo with the ball back to Tim Howard. Cameron Jones bearing down upon him. Danny Collins winning the header above Mikel Arteta. No real quality in this game yet. Plenty of industry.
Well, if you're knocking balls forward like that, trying to find Andy Johnson, ball's 12 feet in the air, it's going to be Evans that wins it every single time. He likes the balls down the sides and into feet.
Jones trying to batter his way through. Great roar around this ground as Sunderland win the throw-in, taken by Bardsley. This is Whitehead. Arteta jumping with Collins on that far side. Again, no real contest. Cameron Jones and Stokes are in the middle, so too Leadbitter. Anthony Stokes with a little bit of time here. Bardsley behind him. Strong appeals to handball against Julian Lescott, not given. Stokes knocks the ball in once more. And Tim Howard is underneath that. Hasn't got it though, and Joseph Yobo rescues his keeper.
Well, it's a good ball initially for Darryl Murphy to the back post. Lands at the feet, Anthony Stokes knocks it into the box. It's Cahill that knocks it into the air. Howard drops it. Danger cleared.
Cameron Jones proving a handful when the ball is sent towards him. Tim Howard just about survived that, but Richardson goes down just inside the Everton penalty area. Fair challenge, said Alan Wiley. Sunderland just putting a little bit of pressure on Everton here. Yobo in front of Jones, gets the ball away. This is Johnson with a chance to gallop forward now. Yakubu's to his left and Johnson will keep going. And he's got the free kick on that far side.
Well, I think the Sunderland fans over there thought Andy Johnston run the ball out of play before the foul was committed. But a decent little bit of sustained pressure there by Sunderland. First by either side in this game.
He works so hard, Andy Johnson. Running the channels. Opening up space for teammates. He's waiting in the middle now. Lescott makes his way forward. 8 goals for him this season. Sending towards that near post, and he's headed away in front of Craig Gordon. Danny Collins with the clearance, right in front of his keeper. There's Julian Lescott. Nice touch by Julian Lescott. Thought about the shot. Sells Pinar short. Crunching challenge on Pinar. Lescott wins it back. Still Lescott. Sneaks the ball through to Yakubu. Back towards Yakubu again. It was a nice idea. Didn't come off though.
Well, initially you're thinking Lescott's going to have the shot. I mean, he's already scored 6 this season. A fantastic amount for a defender. I mean, it's great control there. Hit it there. He doesn't. Tries to lay it into the path of Pinar. And he tries a little 1-2 with Yakubu. Just overhits it a bit. Yakubu knocks us into the path. Round the back, Bardsley for the 1-2. But Pinar just overhits it.
Cameron Jones with the flick on. That's Ledbetter. Now Richardson straight to Johnson. Arteta. Hibbert is racing forward on that far side, trying to provide the overlap. Cahill to Arteta again, just beyond him now Neville. Cahill once more. Everton's main strength this season has been getting the ball out wide, using the width of the likes of Arteta and Pinar and Osman when he's been in the team. Mistake by Phil Neville. Sunderland haranguing Everton. Cries of shoot towards Kieran Richardson. He comes across towards Jones, knocked away by Yobo. Johnson, was he barged in the back? Yes he was. More frustration for the home fans.
Well, the whole fans think he made a meal of that, Andy Johnson. Johnny Evans sticks his chest out into the back of Johnson. Maybe a little bit dramatic in his fall there. Certainly Sunderland fans think so. Of course, not a big favourite here, Mr. Wiley, is it?
Well, he wasn't a favourite with Andy Johnson either. Last time they came across each other at Blackburn a few weeks ago, when Johnson's goal, which was onside, was ruled offside. Johnson was shouting through the door at the officials at the end of the game, frustrated that the goal hadn't stood. Osworthy's header straight to Lescott. Alpino. Too tight in there though. And acrobatically away by Richardson. Neville winning the ball back. Crescendo of noise inside the Stadium of Light. David Moyes did say he'll tell his team that they not only have to play the game today, they have to play the crowd as well.
Well, Roy Keane's asked us Sunderland fans to really get behind the side in the run in the last 10 games. Feels they've got a hugely important part to play, and there certainly is a terrific atmosphere inside here today, considering it's not that great a game.
Plenty of energy out there, but no real quality yet. It's a real war of attrition so far as we approach the half-hour mark. Can't think of a chance, can you?
No, and David Moyes has picked a side to come and win this game today. He knows it's going to have to win games. He'll be looking at this fixture Sunderland away thinking, well, 3 points. He certainly picked a team to the 2 wide players and the 2 up front, Johnson and Yakubu. Plenty of goals in this Everton side.
Cahill with the back heel. Arteta just about readjusted. Alpino. Lescott beyond Mikel Arteta though. David Moyes doing the ball boy duties on this near side. Julian Lescott, as his brother Aaron, of course, still in the FA Cup as it stands with Bristol Rovers, and the parents didn't really know which game to go to today, so I think Julian Lescott's been abandoned. They're watching his brother instead. Oh, that was a kick as Mikel Arteta had his head on the ball. Stokes had a little kick, but there was a scrum going on for a good few seconds there involving Bardsley as well and Julian Lescott. Well, Teta went down, his head was resting on the ball, and Stokes tried to kick the ball away.
Well, this is silly with Anthony Stokes here. I mean, how he doesn't get a booking when you look at this. I mean, that is just ridiculous. I mean, no wonder Les got annoyed with Anthony Stokes. I can't believe the referee never took any action there.
He was a young player, Anthony Stokes, trying to forge a career here at the Stadium of Light. He's a little overzealous then. Arteta with a curling free kick. Overhits it though.
No, that's a poor free kick. I mean, a player of that quality should be knocking that ball into the danger area, not making it easy for Craig Gordon to come and collect it.
Home fans just getting frustrated, Everton, seeing a bit more of the ball. There's a chance for Stokes to run. Lescott backing up. Lescott will try and prevent the corner kick, should do. And indeed wins the throw-in in front of the Evertonians.
Yeah, popular player with the Evertonians. There's Stokes. Well, some referees might have viewed that differently. Look how dangerous this is. Look at this, when he comes in, sticks a boot in. I mean,
well, meanwhile, Craig Gordon has just picked the ball up just on the edge of his own penalty area. And David Moyes thought it was a back pass. He's talking to Phil Dowd, the fourth official down below us. Going back to that incident, Anthony Stokes already spoken to by Alan Wiley for a couple of fouls. Andy Johnson being booed, as you can hear by the home fans. Clean on with the cross, goes beyond Yakubu. And Arteta goes down inside the penalty area. No appeals by the Spaniard.
He does well there, Anthony Stokes. If he doesn't track the run up of Arteta there, Sunderland are in trouble. Did the defensive side for him really well there.
Jagielka does well again in front of Kenwyne Jones. Jones, a real handful when he's spotted by a teammate. Also without the ball as well, because defenders do tend to worry when he's around them. Everton's turn now to put everyone behind the ball. Yakubu will try and close down Aaron Nosworthy here. When you look forward from Sunderland's point of view, there's no real options, no one really making a run. Not too much space. There's Ledbetter trying to drive his way through. Deflects here to Bardsley. Jones and Murphy waiting in the middle. Yobo stands his ground and clears the ball away. You get the feeling though Kenwyne Jones will get one chance here this afternoon, at least.
Well, the way this game's shaping up, I think Roy Keane will be reasonably satisfied. Haven't looked like conceding a goal, and as long as you do that.
There's Murphy, pulled back towards Richardson, away by Yobo. And secondly away by Jagielka. Team Whitehead trying to pick up the pieces.
And if you keep a clean sheet at one end, there's always going to be at some stage in the game, even if you're not playing that great, that you're going to get an opportunity.
Daryl Murphy looks a threat on that far side, but he has possession. He's trying to find him and play him in. Neither team giving an inch here. Yakubu just catching Phil Bardsley. Cue ironic cheers from the Sunderland fans.
Well, I don't think there's any real malice in that. He just gets timing a little bit out there. Well, this is opportunities, free kicks. You know, you send the big boys up. Of course, you get Kenwyne Jones in there. There's a massive physical presence.
Johnny Evans waiting too, as are Murphy and Danny Collins. Away by Cahill. Johnson jumping with Bardsley.
Thumping hit of Cahill, wasn't it? It was good delivery, the free kick as well.
Sunderland still with plenty forward. Richardson's ball goes towards the Everton penalty area, but a foul on Joseph Yobo.
Yeah, it's Collins, the full back, lifted his hands there when this ball comes to the back post. You see it getting in, no need to do this. Just maybe pushing the shoulder of Yobo. Yobo looking for the free kick and gets it. He just missed kicks this one. Dean Whitehead has got to get down as well. I'd say probably as good a chance as they've been in this game.
Yeah, it's a game short on chances so far. Such a vital game for these two. Neville towards Pienaar. Sliding challenge catches the South African. Sunderland captain claims he took the ball. And he slid in from a long way.
Well, this will be a yellow card. No doubt Alan Whiteley sees this as a tackle from behind. Yeah, that was pretty predictable. Not happy with the decision, Dean Whitehead, when Neville knocks this ball into him. But as a tackle from behind, trying to outlaw that type of thing.
We can hear what the home fans think about that. Dean Whitehead with the first yellow card of the game. Pienaar back on his feet. Conversation there with Grant Ledbitter. Lescott forward again for Everton on the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. Cahill, Johnson, Yakubu, Jagielka, all there. Phil Neville with the delivery towards Julian Lescott. He gets his head on the ball. Johnson poaching at the near post, away by Kenwyne Jones. That was dangerous.
Well, maybe taking a bit of a chance, leaving Phil Bardsley isolated with Lescott at the back post. Much stronger physically. Obviously got an aerial advantage there.
Lescott to throw this long. Yakubu battling with Nosworthy. Craig Gordon with a clear shout there to his defenders to leave it.
Yeah, it's always good to have a goalkeeper that's a good communicator. You know, Craig Gordon making it easy for Dean Whitehead there. Just a strong shout. Let the ball run through to me.
Had his confidence to regain, Craig Gordon, after the 7-1 beating at Goodison Park back in November. Roy Keane took him out the firing line for 3 games. But he's come back bigger and stronger, and he says he's helped by the fact that it more or less is a settled back four now playing in front of him. Johnny Evans and Naryn Nosworthy reunited in their central defensive partnership, which took Sunderland to the Premier League last season. Good ball by Cahill, or Tony Hibbert just couldn't get to it in time on our far side. A tough old game so far.
Yeah, well, that's another pass. I mean, I can't say it was simple and straightforward, but you can expect Cahill to find Hibbert there. Probably the first time in the match that the full-backs get into an advanced position, certainly into the attacking third. The attacking play by both sides been pretty average.
There's Arteta. Now Jagielka. You look how congested it is in that half of the field. Now Kieran Richardson leading Sunderland towards the Everton penalty area here. Murphy takes over. Now Kenwyne Jones in a bit of space, trying to zip away from Yobo. Kenwyne Jones now waiting for the cross inside the penalty area. Deflects off Pienaar. This is Jones. Just couldn't get to it as Lescott smashes the ball clear. Now Yakubu turning Bardsley. Neville's ball to Arteta. Marched over by Dean Whitehead. Free kick taken quickly. Everton trying to quicken up the pace of the game. Pienaar and Arteta both in field there at the moment, trying to drag Sunderland out. Pienaar again on that far side, squeezes the ball to Hibbert, away by Nosworthy. Almost dropped there to Mikel Arteta. He was close to that. Vital touch by Dean Whitehead, got the ball away. Now Stokes coming forward for Sunderland. Implored by the home fans to find Daryl Murphy. plenty of passing. The ball goes in towards Kenwyne Jones. Tim Howard just had to move across his line swiftly there to ricochet towards him.
Well, a decent passage of play here by Sunderland. They keep good possession. They finally get the ball into the centre of the box, and Everton don't deal with it that well.
Richardson again, finding Stokes. Richardson to Stokes once more. It's nice from Sunderland. Now Kenwyne Jones, free and royal blue upon him. The moves for each team's breaking down in the final third. Yakubu. Johnson trying to remain onside. Yakubu driving at the heart of the Sunderland defence. Still going Yakubu. Just held on to possession for too long. That's what Yakubu can do. Powerful driving run. Andy Johnson was trying to make an option for him. This is Johnson, as you can probably guess. The most popular with the Sunderland fans today. Now Arteta. He's trying to create some room. Sunderland camped almost on the edge of their own penalty area. As they're holding on the far side, players waved on. Arteta's wriggled away from it. Throw in the middle here for Everton. Wasn't the best cross, but they do get a corner.
Poor ball, and plenty of blue jerseys in that penalty area as well. Just looking for anything like a decent delivery from Hibbert, but he doesn't supply one, although they do win the corner.
Lescott awaiting again. Jagielka, Cahill, Yobo, they're all there. Johnson up the near post, the ball not in the corner quadrant. Arteta's deliveries haven't been the best so far. Decent one that time, headed away by Bardsley. Arteta again trying to trick his way into space to create room for the cross. And a heavy touch from Mikel Arteta. Pienaar picks up. Still plenty forward for Everton inside the Sunderland penalty area. Hibbert trying to go on the outside. Battling with Ledbetter. He gives a mouthful to the assistant on the far side. And Everton throw it. Everton trying to end the half the stronger. Hibbert's throw towards Yobo. Thought he was pushed in the back. Sunderland have conceded a corner here.
Well, Danny Collins isn't sure who's round about him there, just taking no chances. He sent his defenders, look, never heard any shouts, had to clear the danger.
The usual suspects forward again for Everton. They try to take the lead before half time here. Flicked on by Jagielka, that was dangerous. Another corner kick. Everton trying to make one of these count. Julian Lescott is standing right at the side of Craig Gordon, almost on the goal line. There's another outswinger towards Joe, and then Cahill tries to get up. It's deflected off the crossbar. Cahill again. Well, Andy Johnson was right in front of Craig Gordon. Big chance for Everton on two occasions.
Big let off for Sunderland. We were saying about Arteta's delivery hasn't been the best. Well, it's pretty good there. Caused Sunderland all sorts of problems. Eventually drops onto the head of Johnson. Should have done a little bit better. Is it Bardsley on the post that knocks it against the crossbar? A real scare for Sunderland. A few corners in succession, but a sustained pressure by Everton for the first time in this 45 minutes.
Cahill with two bites of the cherry there. First deflected onto the woodwork by Stokes. The second headed over by Johnson right in front of Craig Gordon. Best chance of this first half. Pienaar. Lescott behind it. Lescott continues his run. Found by Yakubu. Good covering now from Dean Whitehead.
Well, just seem to have upped the tempo a little bit, Everton. I think Roy Keane, if he set out to do what he's done, frustrate Everton. make themselves difficult to break down. Hope they can get one in the break from a free kick, corner kick, get something out of this game. David Moyes, can't imagine him but overjoyed with his attacking play. Played the two strikers today, hoping they were going to get some good service. They haven't. Needs to improve that department.
Into 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. Everton finishing the half the stronger. They've struck the woodwork, courtesy of Cahill deflecting off Stokes. Sunderland still keeping Everton at bay. And this should be the last chance of this first half, which has come to life towards the end of the first 45.
Well, the share of the spoils is a bit right. This first 45 minutes, obviously a big scare there for Anthony Stokes. Whacked it against the crossbar. It was a difficult ball to deal with. And they did clear the danger, but easily the best opportunity of the first half. Whitehead might have done better at the other end when the ball fell to him on the edge of the 18-yard box and miskicked it. But chances at a premium.
His team talk is ready. Could have been changing a few seconds ago as Everton struck the woodwork. That's it for the first half. It's been a poor first half. Everton though with the best opportunity right at the end. Tim Cahill flicking the ball towards goal, and it flicked off Anthony Stokes, who was right on the goal line, and onto the woodwork. And from the follow-up, Johnson headed home at half-time. It's Sunderland 0, Everton 0. Welcome back to the Stadium of Light. Sunderland making a change at half-time. 0-0 here. Michael Chopra, who had a goal wrongly ruled offside last week at Derby County, he's on, and Anthony Stokes is a man to be replaced. Chopra has been playing on the right-hand side of midfield of late for Sunderland, and he's gone straight across there. So it looks like a straight swap by Roy Keane at half-time here. Andy Johnson going close for Everton right at the end of the first half, heading over right in front of Craig Gordon after Cahill's header had been deflected against the woodwork by Stokes. A first half lacking in quality, space at a minimum. Everton going the closest with the only real chance at the end of the first 45 as they try and keep the pressure on Liverpool in the race for that final Champions League spot. Sunderland will be fairly pleased, but they know that winning games here at the Stadium of Light is what will keep them in the Premier League this season. Not too much to choose between the two sides at half-time. Expecting more in the second half, Gordon?
Well, I don't expect Sunderland to change their system, even although they brought on Chopra for Stokes, who'd had a reasonably eventful first half, didn't they? That little incident with Arteta, where, well, some referees might have gave the player a red card, never even got a yellow, and of course clearing one off the line to stop Everton going in front. So I think Chopra played just like for like, wide right. More of a striker, Chopra. He thought, well, Roy Keane might have been tempted to play him in alongside Kenwyne Jones, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And I think David Moyes will be looking for more from his midfield players and defenders in terms of getting decent service into Yakubu and Andy Johnson.
And Stephen Pienaar for Everton, sizing up the opportunity, blocked by Bardsley. Lescott getting to it, but closed down sharply by Michael Chopra. But Everton finished the first half the stronger. Andy Johnson tried to poach there at the near post again. Always alive, always alert, the Everton striker. Sunderland with Chelsea to come here next week. The fans again today inside the Stadium of Light have been fantastic, urging their side on. Having won their last 4 Premier League games here, it's a tough place to come, especially with Sunderland scrapping for their lives. 2 points above the drop, also 2 points from 12th position as well. So tight. Bardsley's throw in towards Kenwyne Jones. First challenge by Richardson on Phil Neville, and now Murphy in space here. Pulled it towards Kenwyne Jones, it came flying in. Lescott stood his ground. There's the aerial threat of Jones again.
That was a lovely ball by Murphy, just stood that up trying to find Jones at the back post, but Lescott did ever so well, just done enough to put Kenwyne Jones off.
There haven't been too many crosses for Kenwyne Jones to feed off so far this afternoon. Well, that was a delicious ball played in by Murphy. And Yobo, this time doing the defending for Everton.
Well, that's where Kenwyne Jones is the most dangerous. When Murphy does get down in the wide areas, he has got quality in that left foot. It's a lovely little ball into the box.
Another throw in to Sunderland on that far side. Looks like Chopra has actually gone infield as it stands, so Roy Keane may be playing Chopra just off Kenwyne Jones and Ledbetter out on that far side. Lescott battling with Jones, who wins the header, and Tim Howard clutches the ball.
Well, it may well be tactical, maybe not happy with certainly the room that Lescott was getting in the first half, because a big left back get forward time and time again.
Long ball forward towards Yakubu. Nosworthy winning the header. This is Tim Cahill. Chopra has now moved back out on that far side. Arteta gets the better of Nosworthy. Solid challenge twice by Bardsley. Free kick to Sunderland. Bardsley and Cahill making their peace.
Nah, Cahill got a yellow card, deserves it as well. Side Bardsley, great defending with the full back, wins the ball twice, really good solid tackle here against Arteta. Then another one against Cahill, well timed, good strong tackle. Cahill, well, just loses it a bit there.
Ball play from Dean Whitehead presents Everton with this throw in. Everton with their UEFA Cup return against Fiorentina to come on Wednesday. Only once in the club's history have they recovered from a first leg deficit. That was against Rotherham back in 1992. It's a big test for Everton on Wednesday. Every game's a big test for them at the moment. Okay, look how many red and white shirts are back here. Everton passing the ball around, trying to drag Sunderland out. Sunderland sticking to their guns.
That's been the story of the game for Everton, knocking about to one another at the back. When they do play a ball forward, it's pretty poor ones.
There's space now for Hibbett. Pienaar and Johnson waiting inside the penalty area. Andy Johnson trying to make a nuisance of himself. Sunderland present the ball straight back to Everton. Oh, Tim Cahill just took the ball away from Pienaar there. Now Arteta, Lescott's forward. Arteta's cross in towards Cahill. The ball flicked in. Johnson peels away. Cahill joins it. Andy Johnson claims it. Everton lead.
Well, this all started with a really poor bit of defensive play by Collins. Gave the ball straight to an Everton player. Yakubu knocks it into the box. Cahill goes for it, shouldn't have done, should have left it for Pienaar, but the ball eventually comes out wide again, and it's a very clever header by Andy Johnson. Clever little run to the corner of the 6-yard box. Just a little flick with the back of his head. In fact, does it come off his shoulder? He might have got a little bit lucky there.
Mikel Arteta and Johnson inside the penalty area. It's a good ball in.
That was a terrific ball in with Jagielka. A great run forward, he's got a long way to get back.
Tony Hibbett. Now Arteta trying to turn away from Murphy. That's the free kick.
Now, is it a free kick? Fans don't think so. He goes over a bit easy there. I think they're unfortunate to have conceded there. There's another opportunity for Everton to get a good delivery into the Sunderland penalty area. Really shouldn't have been a free kick.
Well, Mikel Arteta has already got one assist for the Everton goal. Lescott is free at the moment. Kenwyne Jones is pushed towards him. Arteta floats the cross in, Jones away. Andy Johnson picking up the pieces. Good block by Nosworthy. Vital block that. Now Chopra for Sunderland. It's 5 against 3 in Everton's favour. And Tony Hibbert clears the ball. The break was on there for a second.
Well, it all started with some fantastic defending on the edge of the Sunderland box for Nosworthy. Put his body in the line for that one. It's a great block to deny Hibbert.
Chopra, who's definitely gone inside now, joining Kenwyne Jones in attack. This is Kenwyne Jones. We fancy a shot from here. Ledbetter might. Now Richardson. Ledbetter again. Sneaks the ball through to Kieran Richardson. It's a good move by Sunderland.
Well, it's on his right foot. Not his strongest, but gets in awful easy here. Some really slack play defensively by Everton. I mean, the angle is a bit tight. If that's on his left side, you fancy him to hit the target. I beat Tim Howard.
I'll have to say both sets of fans today have been terrific inside the Stadium of Light. Jagielka holding off Kenwyne Jones. There's Phil Neville. And Alan Wiley is about to produce another card here. Stephen Pienaar caught by Phil Bardsley.
Yeah, it takes the legs away from him. Pienaar just shielding the ball there, it runs across his body. Bardsley comes rushing in. Looks like Pienaar's in some discomfort.
An all-action player, Phil Bardsley. And he is yellow carded for this.
I mean, that's that is a nasty tackle.
Well, after what we saw concerning Eduardo, there was a challenge like that from Bardsley, which caught Pienaar high. You can see Mick Rathbone there, the Everton physio, just checking Pienaar's socks, and there's a hole in there.
We'd like to think that wasn't deliberate.
He's a competitive player, Bardsley, always has been, but he's not a malicious player, Phil Bardsley. Here it is again.
But this looks shocking when you see it. Look at it from that angle. That is really, really bad. I mean, if the intent's there, he obviously shouldn't be on the pitch.
Leighton Baines maybe about to come on for Everton. Pienaar still receiving treatment on that far side. If the Sunderland fans saw a replay as we have seen of the challenge, they wouldn't be booing Pienaar because it's a poor challenge. And thankfully Pienaar is up on his feet.
I think they'll probably stick Leighton Baines on now on that side. Probably a bit more defensive minded than Pienaar, and just hold on to what they've got just now. Davy Moyes' side.
Everton down to 10 for now, but Pienaar is back on the field. Everton with this 1-goal lead as we approach the final 10 minutes here at the Stadium of Light. Whitehead, now Preetzer. Pienaar trying to hold off the runner. Bardsley goes towards Kenwyne Jones. Now was that a shove by Tony Hibbert? No, says Alan Wiley.
Well, he's taking a chance here, Tony Hibbert, because this is Tim Howard's ball all the way. The ball's in the air for a long while. He's going to get to it before Kenwyne Jones does. No doubt about that. But they barge into one another. Well, is it Jones into Hibbert? Hibbert into Jones.
Leighton Baines coming on for Everton. Stephen Pienaar, who just received that heavy challenge from Phil Bardsley. Coming off. A smile from the South African, really enjoying his football at Goodison Park. And he's enjoying being the pantomime villain here as well. Although, to be fair, there was an awful challenge on him.
Well, he could have been easily getting off on a stretch. I'm not walking off.
Leighton Baines on, playing the position where he started his career, on the left-hand side of midfield. Arteta with a high foot. Cameron Jones not impressed. Arteta not too bothered.
I think you might be a bit bothered. Cameron Jones is facing you, angry.
There speaks a man of experience with a few centre forwards' faces in his day, I'm sure. Phil Neville caught by a high boot, and that's why Alan Wiley is pulled play back. It's been a scrappy old game.
He catches him in the face a little bit here. Phil Neville doesn't make a fuss about it. I mean, Richardson doesn't see him. He's looking at the ball.
Have Everton done enough? Or will Sunderland again find something late on, as they have done on many occasions, both this season and last? Neville overhits the pass. Yakubu will try and hunt it down, but then gives up. Everton with Fiorentina then on Wednesday, then it's away to Fulham, another team in trouble who David Moyes' side face next week. Sunderland with that game here against Chelsea. Andy Reid after this. Joseph Yobo covering. Throw into the home side.
Well, you couldn't really begrudge Sunderland an equaliser. I mean, this match has been very evenly balanced. Get a little bit lucky with the goal. Everton comes off Andy Johnson's arm.
Arteta towards Yakubu, holds off Johnny Evans. Whitehead gets the better of Johnson. Now Nosworthy. Victor Anichebe has just been told to warm up.
A pretty solid job, hasn't he? Jagielka alongside him. One or two really important blocks and tackles. A strong partnership, that.
Andy Reid blocked by Cahill. Launches the ball towards Yakubu. David Moyes shouting a few words towards Tim Cahill. I'm sure the instruction would be just to try and keep hold of it. Collins ball. Richardson on the run here. And it's Joseph Yobo who's across covering. Great roar goes up from the Sunderland fans. Turns into boos as Joseph Yobo tries and struggles to get back to his feet.
Well, they think it's time wasting tactics, these Sunderland fans, don't they?
There's Reid. Now Evans. Jones waiting inside the penalty area, rises high and wins the header. Jones again tries to get there, and Tim Howard saw that coming.
Yeah, can't get any power on it or accuracy. And everybody scrapping for the ball in here. Eyes shut when he's heading that straight into the arms of Howard.
Yeah, Preetzer in front of Jones, getting his head to that. Sunderland still with all the possession. There's Kenwyn Jones, sat up nicely for him. Tim Howard with a Hollywood dive.
Well, it was always going past the post, this, wasn't it? I'm sure Tim Howard knew that. Dives across just to make sure. Knows it's miles wide, just leaves it.
Sunderland were claiming that deflected off Jagielka. Victor Anichebe is ready to come on for David Moyes' side. So just had a little bit more threat up front. The flag is up here. Kenwyn Jones winning the flick on. Preetzer offside.
Yeah, a couple of yards offside. See it quite clearly here. And Jones wins the flick on, but they've kept a nice high line. Left Preetz in an offside position.
I think Jack Rodwell, the 16-year-old, is also about to come on for Everton to make his Premier League debut. He is stripped off and ready. What a big moment for Rodwell. Julian Lescott with the header. Neville beaten in the air. Everton will want to try and pick up the scraps here as we approach the final 4 minutes of normal time at the Stadium of Light. Everton leading by a goal to nil. Well, they've given the ball back to Sunderland. Everton making a double change. Tim Cahill is coming off. And what a big moment for Jack Rodwell. Everton's youngest ever player in Europe made his debut against AZ Alkmaar in the UEFA Cup. He's coming on for Tim Cahill. Rodwell, 16 years of age. Rings a bell, doesn't it? Wayne Rooney, debut at 16. James Vaughan, debut at 16. Now it's Jack Rodwell, his Premier League debut. And the other change is Yakubu going off and Victor Anichebe coming off.
Well, I think it's to give this Everton side a little bit more energy, a little bit more legs, last few remaining minutes. A lot of tired players, midweek game obviously in the UEFA Cup. And Anichebe, they're defending a bit desperately just now, Everton. Knocking balls long and behind the Sunderland defenders, which Davy Moyes no doubt hoping that Anichebe's got the energy to run onto those type of balls.
Yobo away. Here is Victor Anichebe. He normally makes an impact as a substitute once Yakubu has tried to soften up the defenders. On comes Anichebe, especially in Europe. He's won a free kick there.
Oh, quite a lot of Sunderland fans leaving this stadium, which surprises me, considering that there have been a lot of late winners this season.
Yeah, leave the Stadium of Light at your peril. Always Sunderland have been in the last 2 seasons. They've scored late on. They will keep going. Roy Keane always knew this was a difficult day, a difficult game. The media suggested to Roy Keane that Everton would be tired after playing in the UEFA Cup on Thursday. Keane retorted by saying they flew to Italy, not Australia. That's Phil Jagielka. Forward by Bardsley. Neville trying to intercept. Preetz spins away from Jagielka. Does well, Preetz. Only had one thing on his mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit ambitious as well, because Bardsley made a really good run down the right hand side here when he gets this ball. Could have been in. Get delivery into the box. The shot's from a long way out.
Big game to come next week here against Chelsea. The home form is key. Arteta gets the better of Andy Reid. Hibbert's ball to Anichebe. Flicks on looking for Andy Johnson. Knocked away by Evans. This is Kenwyne Jones trying to shrug off Joseph Yobo. Free kick to Sunderland. David Moyes orders all of his Everton players back. The last nervy few seconds of this game of normal time. Everton leading. Will be a vital win for them if they can hang on. But can they hang on? Tim Howard does hang on.
Yeah, when the game's just about over, there's a long high ball coming into your box. It's great for defenders when you see your goalkeeper coming like that, plucking the ball out there.
We will have 4 added minutes of injury time at the end of this game. David Moyes is about to see the board go up in front of us and looks away. 4 minutes of injury time, which we are into now. 4 minutes for Everton to hang on. and draw back level on points with Liverpool. 4 minutes for Sunderland to rescue something from this game. Arteta beaten to it by Reed. Whitehead. Jones, Preetzer, Chopra all forward. Yoba with the header away. Bardsley's cross towards Kenwyne Jones. Almost turned out to be a terrific pass to Chopra, that. Rodwell. First touch as a Premier League player. Now Anichebe being held. Victor Anichebe. Great strength from Anichebe, and Dean Whitehead. That was the only way he could deal with it.
I'm not sure whether I'm not so sure whether Anichebe wanted the free kick or not. I think Davy Moyes did. Run the clock down. But it's a game, well, it's been very evenly matched. Both sides well organised. Maybe Sunderland lacking a little bit of a cutting edge, but in saying that, some terrific defending. Jagielka in particular.
Good work by Arteta there. Gets a second chance. Nosworthy away. Rodwell is urged just to hold the ball by teammate here, Tony Hibbert. Now Mikel Arteta. Hibbert has Rodwell behind him. Ball knocked towards Johnson, away by Evans. What can Sunderland do here in injury time? Whitehead, Anichebe's after him. It's a foul by Victor Anichebe. Again, Everton's players are waved back by David Moyes. Two minutes of injury time left. Ball not long towards Preetzer. Kainich Yobo away. Rodwell in the thick of it. Anichebe with a challenge. Sunderland have a free kick here, and Anichebe could be yellow carded.
Well, he gave two free kicks away in quick succession, but does it warrant a yellow card? Don't think so.
Alan Wiley just giving a lecture, so it seems, to Victor Anichebe. You've had two, no more.
Now what will they do here for this type of distance? Quite a long way out. You've got Andy Reid, Cian Richardson.
Sunderland with this opportunity right at the death of the Stadium of Light to rescue a point. Richardson, Reid, Whitehead, all there. It could be their last chance. Alan Wiley happy with the wall. It's Reid, and Tim Howard with a superb save. May well have won the point for Everton.
Well, you think for that type of distance it's going to take something special to beat Tim Howard. Well, they did produce something special, but so did Tim Howard, a fantastic save.
More work to do here. Jones with a header. Howard tries to prevent the corner and has. And Everton survive. David Moyes has just dropped his head and walked straight back towards his own dugout because Howard didn't hold on to the ball there. You can't win a football sometimes, can you? Great noise inside this stadium, great drama at the end here. It's not over yet. Might be now though.
Well, what a dramatic finish. Fantastic bit of goalkeeping by Tim Howard. Terrific athleticism. A really wonderful free kick by Andy Reid here. Decent pace on the ball. Accurate top left hand corner. What a save.
Tim Howard heading towards Neville Southall's 12-year record of shutouts in a Premier League season. Everton have won it. They climb back level on points with Liverpool in the Champions League bounty hunt. It's a bitter blow for Sunderland. Their relegation struggle continues. Andy Johnson the match winner. It's finished at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 0, Everton 1.
Roy, a real battle out there today. Do you feel you deserved something from it?
Yeah, I felt the players deserved something for their efforts. Obviously there wasn't many too clear-cut chances for both teams, but obviously Everton took their opportunities and we didn't.
It seemed a game that may well be decided by a scruffy goal which came.
Yeah, I suppose it was, particularly from our point of view. Again, sloppy play. We gave the ball away cheaply, and we never quite recovered. And obviously Everton took full advantage of that. So very much a bad goal to give away from our point of view.
But you responded well. You saw a lot of the balls today.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we really started playing until we went a goal down, and obviously the pressure was off the team a little bit. We should have really started the game quicker. But as you said, the last 20-25 minutes, I thought we played particularly well in terms of keeping the ball in, creating 1 or 2 chances. But, you know, credit to our goalkeeper, Tim's made some excellent saves in the last 1 or 2 minutes. But, you know, it is cruel on the players because I felt they deserved a little bit better.
Because Everton were in Europe on Thursday, was it important for you felt, to start really quickly and try and push them back?
Yeah, and that's what we hope to do, but obviously it's well and good saying it. I don't think we started quick enough, and obviously Everton had some decent possession, particularly the first half, so we're certainly disappointed with that aspect of it. You know, we wanted to start quicker and at least test Everton to see if there was any sort of reaction from their disappointment during the week, but obviously David's made 1 or 2 changes and he freshened things up, and you know, it was comfortable, I'm sure, for the first half.
It was a terrific 3 points, I think, on the back of the game in midweek. You know, the late arrival home on Friday afternoon, coupled with the travel up here yesterday as well. You know, you keep getting told that you don't win games after you come back from Europe. Well, we've been proven 1 or 2 wrong in that case.
Just tell us how much it takes out of you all this travelling, and like you say, you have to come up here a day before to prepare for this game.
Well, I think mentally is a big thing for the players. You know, they play a game in Florence, and then we couldn't get back till after Friday, and got them training again, and then trained again and travelled up here. So you know, maybe some people would think it doesn't take much out of you, but it does. But we said to the players, you know, they had to put in a real professional performance, and maybe a lot of people are looking just now to see how we'd react from it. But the players certainly showed people who were thinking that by the performance and by the result today as well.
It was a real battle out there today, wasn't it, as I'm sure you'd expect, because they've got a terrific record here.
They have, and we knew when we came here. You know, we've been to Man City a few weeks ago and won, who had a great home record. We've now been to Sunderland, who've got a great home record. So I have to give them credit. You know, they've played really well. And I thought in the first half we played terrific football, some great moves, but with no cutting edge, no shots, no crosses really to worry them. So at half time we were more interested in trying to create a few more chances.
You got the goal. Andy Johnson was quicker claiming it than Tim Cahill, who was trying to get back to his feet, but it was a wonderful ball in too from Arteta.
It was, and as I said there, we hadn't put in an awful lot of balls in the box. That was concerned me. We looked as if we were trying to score the perfect goal. So we said to see if we can get some crosses in, and fortunately at the start of the second half we got one. Right
at the end, Andy Reid takes that free kick. Tim Howard flings himself for another terrific save. How important is he at the moment for you?
Well, he's really important. He's been great for us all season. He's kept quite a few clean sheets this year, helped by the defenders. But the save at the end was great because you need that at times. We knew it was never going to be easy here. Sunderland have got a lot riding on results at the moment, but we hung in there and we dug out a result.
Everton scored 7 goals last time these two met, but one was enough to give them all 3 points at the Stadium of Light.